Hello, my name's Bernie. My proper name's Andrew Bernard, but everyone calls me Bernie. And I want to talk to you about making mistakes. Put your hands up if you've ever made a mistake. Who's ever fallen over? Who's ever spilled a drink? Who's ever said the wrong word? Who's ever said the wrong word? We all have. My daughter, when she was young, she's a teacher now, but when she was very young, she used to say, I can do it by my own. I can do it on myself. See, she used to get the words wrong. And do you know what? It's funny, but she uses the right words now. She also used to say, if it was her turn, she'd say, me I got that one. She was only about 2, but we learn things through making mistakes. So every single one of us has made mistakes. Now at school, I was a bit naughty. I just got into trouble a lot, and I've written a book about it called The Back Row Boys, because I was a little bit, well, like I said, I made some mistakes when I was younger, but I'm an older man now, and I've kind of got over that. I'm not in trouble anymore, and I've become much better at kind of understanding what's what. Now, the thing is, throughout life, we are going to make mistakes. All of us will. You, and you, and you, and your teacher, we've all made mistakes. Some of us have tried things to eat that are horrible. Some of us have... Whoever drew a photo of or drew a picture of their mum or dad or someone in their family, and it was just like a potato with eyes and sticks coming out? Now, I don't think your dad or your mum actually looks like a potato, do they? No. But when you were younger, that's what you used to do until you got better. How do you get better? You practice, you try things differently. So I'm going to give you a couple more examples of people who've changed things, changed their minds and done things differently. Anyone know who that is? Barack Obama. He used to be the American president. Before he was an American president, do you know what he used to do? He used to sell ice cream. If he'd stayed selling ice cream and hadn't gone to college, hadn't gone to university, hadn't become a lawyer, he probably never would have become the president of the United States. Here's someone else you might know of. Beyonce. Anyone like Beyonce's music? Oh yeah. Now she started out her jobs as a cleaner. Imagine if she hadn't done some singing. Imagine if her parents hadn't taken her to dancing and singing competitions and she hadn't really loved it. Then she never would have got involved in music. She never would have been in Destiny's Child, and she probably never would have become the global superstar that she is. But, you know, people make mistakes and they make changes along their way. Now, I'm going to give you a couple more examples of brilliant things that came out of mistakes. Who likes using Post-it notes? Who loves these? I love the bright colours of them. And you know what I really like about them? You can put yourself, you can put them in your book and you can work out where you are in your book, or you can make notes, or you can put notes to your friends, or you can put notes to your mum, or, there's loads of things you can do. Do you know what, though? These were a mistake. There was a choir teacher called Art Fry, who in 1974, a really long time ago, he was going to go to choir practice, and he had his book full of hymns, and he put pieces of paper into each hymn that he wanted to sing about. So say hymn number 74, hymn number 29, hymn number 140. And he was just getting in his car and he put the book on top of his car. And as he was unlocking his car, because you had to use a key in those days, what happened? A gust of wind came along, it blew all the pages open, and all this paper flew away. So he couldn't remember what songs he was going to sing or anything. Now, he worked at a place called 3M. They were the people that invented sellotape. So he went in there and thought, I wonder if there's a glue we could use that would stick the paper but wouldn't rip the pages. And you know what? There was a mistake that the glue department had created. It wasn't sticky enough for what they wanted it for, but the formulations, the chemicals that they'd used made a glue that would stick to paper, because that's what it does. It would stick to paper and peel away without leaving a mess. So even things like Post-its are made from mistakes. Brilliant, right? So Some of your mistakes might go on to be things that people love. Inventors don't make one thing and that's it. They try different things. They try this, they try that, they try the other. I'll give you one more example. Picasso. Picasso is a very famous artist. But I bet some art teachers would look at his work and would originally have said, that's rubbish. The eyes are looking that way, the mouth's over here. But Picasso developed his own style and he's now known as a genius. His art is very valuable and people love to look at it. So it's really important sometimes to make mistakes. So sometimes let yourself go. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes because mistakes are part of learning. Without falling over, we would never have learned to walk properly. Without saying the wrong words and practicing the language that we use, we would never get better at using words. So make mistakes. Mistakes can be fun. They can also be dangerous, but what you need to do is embrace the mistakes you make and learn from them, because the only true mistake is one that you don't learn from. So if you use the wrong word, find out what the right one is. If you're learning, say, French or another language, then if you say the wrong word, try really hard to remember the right ones. If you do spellings, try and learn from the ones you get wrong. Practice them, then you can do it again, and hopefully you'll get them all right next week, because none of us get things right first time. So embrace mistakes, have fun with them, and I shall speak to you again. Bye.